But you thought saving money made you money.
If you take a look at this 40-year run on the dollar is designed economically to lose money every single year. So why would you save something that loses money every year? And what this means for somebody on retirement plans is that after you retire, the value of your dollar goes down and your cost of living keeps going up. To my rich dad, that was bad advice and made no sense. Again, it was different value. An important diagram my rich dad showed me when I was a little boy was a diagram known as a cash flow quadrant. And the quadrant is made up of the 4 different people who make up the world of business. So my rich dad said, in the world of business, there's E's. And E's stand for employees. An employee, he says, you can always tell who they are by their core values. And what the employee, whether the president or the janitor of the company, will always say the same words. The words are, I'm looking for a safe, secure job with benefits. That's what makes them an employee, because their core values are security. The other one of the 4 is the S, or the small business owner or the self-employed. And again, their core values will cause them to use the same words, which are, if you want it done right, do it by yourself. S means they're also solo. They're generally one-person act, or they operate by themselves. On the right side of the quadrant are the B's. And what Rich Dad said the B stood for was big business, or like Bill Gates. Forbes defines big business as 500 employees or more. And their words are different. They say, I'm looking for a good system, a good network, and the smartest people I know to help run my business. So they're unlike the S. They don't want to run the company by themselves. They want smart people to run their companies for them. And then the 4th of the quadrant is the I, and I stands for investor. These are people who have money work hard for them. These people are people who have people work hard for them. And these are the people that work hard for the rich here. So early on in my life, it was my poor dad who always said to me, you know, Robert, go to school and so get a high-paying job. And so my poor dad's core value was to be an employee. He wanted job security, promotions, a steady paycheck, and all this. And so it was my rich dad who said to me, he says, you know, Robert, if you really want to be rich, learn to build businesses. It made more sense to him to work hard to build a business, something you owned, and something you could pass on for generation to generation to your kids. Whereas my poor dad said work hard, but my rich dad said, why would you work hard for something you'll never own and you can get fired from right away? Again, that was the difference in values. So my rich dad suggested I learn how to be a business owner and learn how to be an investor. And that's one of the big differences. On this side of the quadrant, these people here work for security. They work for money also. On this side over here, their key value that they want is they want freedom. They don't want to have to work at a job anymore. They don't want to have to work for the rest of their lives. So the beauty of building a business and learning how to invest is very simply that this is passive income. You work hard for a few years, but possibly for the rest of your life, income keeps flowing to you.
Of all the businesses out there, which type do you choose?
One of the reasons I consider a direct selling business a perfect business is very simply because the company will work with you to get the business skills that make you rich. Always remember that it's not money that makes you rich, it's business skills. And that's why it's a perfect business. They'll take as long as you like to get the skills to make the money. And that's a lifetime skill thing. The other part about it is the low startup cost. You know, where else can you get in for under $500 and get these skills? For people who want to make the shift over to the B quadrant, which is what I would recommend for people, one of the beauties of a network marketing company is that you can do that for a very low price. And that's why I talk to people about considering network marketing. If you're to build a Microsoft, it would take you hundreds of millions of dollars. But a network marketing company allows you to start at a very low rate. They'll be patient with you. They'll take their time to transition over here. And the reason why that time is so important to most people is it takes time to change those values. And the most important thing is once you take the time, let's say it takes 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever time it takes, once you see the value or the core values of this side and this side, you're unstoppable. Today, I would never go back and get a job. Why should I? I'd rather stay on this side build companies, pay less taxes, and make more money. But the key is a person needs to change the values from my poor dad to the values of my rich dad. And that's one of the beauties of network marketing companies. They allow you the time, and at very low cost, they'll work with you to make that transition over there. The number one asset a person can build is build a business. That is the smartest thing you can do. Years ago, I decided not to follow the corporate ladder simply because, again, it was values. You know, my poor dad always said, go to school and get a high-paying job with the government or a big corporation. But my rich dad said, why would you work so hard at something you'll never own? You can't sell your job. You can't pass it on to your kids. So to me, it never made any sense. It made more sense to build my own business and hire other people. The other reason is that you really don't have much control if you're in the corporate ladder world. For example, you can get fired at any time. Or today we have what's called M&As, or mergers and acquisitions, where another company buys another company. So you could be a great employee, but the company that buys your company just fires you.
Wait a minute. This sounds too good to be true. Like one of those get-rich-quick schemes.
It's not a get-rich-quick formula. You don't just do it overnight. It takes time. I still remember the first time I made that transition was back in 1978 when I fully quit my job and I had to depend upon my company that I was building to support me. So I understand the fear. The beauty.
Jay Kubasek, co-founder of Carbon Copy Pro.
I'm Aaron Parkinson. I'm 32 years old. I'm one of the creators of Carbon Copy Pro.
We met back in 2003, and we were both struggling entrepreneurs. Both of us were still working full-time jobs. We were both maxed out on credit card debt. We were both looking for that little inside edge. We were both trying to figure out how to quit those jobs, how to earn that passive income online, how to become entrepreneurs that were successful in our own right, in our own industries. And we shared the same passion, which was helping other people. And we started sharing notes, and we decided that, you know, we've got to do this together.
Jay was a guy who didn't graduate from high school. He grew up on a farm. He was like the #1 independent organic farmer in Ontario, and then one day he just decided, I don't like the tractor, I guess, and he moved to the United States and started marketing.
We found that by focusing on other people and their success and helping our members get what they want to get and teaching people around us how to get what they want, it just started to snowball. Because that became then the company, the culture of the company. Help others get what they want and you'll get what you want. It's about empowering people. Not what's in it for me, what can I do for you? And in return, hey, maybe you can help me out as well and we both win.
Carbon Copy Pro it's actually a community that we created about 5 years ago. And the whole premise behind it was to look at all the different people who were trying to learn how to do marketing online, look at all the different ways that they were not succeeding, and put systems and training in place to help them get over those hurdles so they could market whatever they wanted more efficiently.
Carbon Copy Pro is an incubator for entrepreneurs, is basically what it is. It's an education company that's designed to empower people to market themselves, their brand, their product, whatever it is that they're selling. Could be a tangible product, could be a skill set, could be a talent.
Think about the economy right now. Think about all you're hearing about with the recession and job losses and retractions, retraction of businesses. The internet's growing at an average of 10 to 20% a year, and that's just in the United States, right? That's not even talking about all the countries worldwide. There's 1.5 billion users on the internet right now. I think if people could really grasp the power of the internet moving forward, say in the next decade, they would drop everything they're doing right now today and learn as much about it as they could.
The technology scene is a changing, progressing, evolving environment. And what we have in-house here at Carbon Copy Pro are the best trainers in the industry. We have specialists that specialize in Google paid search, for example. We have trainers that teach how to market yourself using Twitter, how to get 10,000 followers on Twitter, how to leverage all of these technologies. You know, you have to use the entire package. The olden days, when we didn't have these mediums, you'd place a newspaper ad, or you'd buy a radio ad, or a billboard ad, and that was pretty much it. Now, it's about social media where people want to know who you are. Why should I care about you? Why should I buy from you versus the other guy? In your blog, in your personal websites, in your your personal marketing and your personal brand are what are really going to differentiate whether people come after you and they follow you, or they take you seriously, or they buy from you versus somebody else. Carbon Copy Pro is a community of people that come from a vast array of backgrounds and educations. For example, we have members in over 160 countries right now. All of our materials are available in 42 languages. We have 20-year-old college students. We have 45-year-old stay-at-home moms. We have 65-year-old attorneys who want to get out of their law practice. It doesn't matter what their background is. It doesn't matter what their technical expertise or their education is.
People of all ages can do it. And I'll give you an example. I saw this kid from the UK about 6 months ago, and he started marketing online, and he was 14 years old. And he did sort of like a mini product launch. He developed some sort of info product, and he put it out there into the internet community. And he made something like $30,000 in 48 hours, and he was 14, right? And then there's another girl that I saw an example of the other day, and she likes hamsters. You know, she has hamsters, they're her passion, and she made little beds for them with like little hamster blankets and little hamster pillows, which I think is hilarious. But she wanted to sell these hamster beds online, so she started using video and YouTube to sell hamster beds, and she's selling these hamster beds, and she's making a full-time living at 13 years old selling hamster beds online. It's amazing. I think the ideal customer at Carbon Copy Pro is the person that was like me. You know, somebody that was tired of waking up, working 14 hours a day, looking at the paycheck at the end of the month after taxes, wondering how I'm even gonna pay my bills and feed my kids with it. You know, somebody who keeps bumping up against that brick wall and is saying, you know what, I'm ready to take some action. I want to do something different. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. And Carbon Copy Pro takes that person by the hand, shows them the different avenues that they can use to create a presence online, start to market and sell some products, start to create some revenue, and start to create real change in their life. I really think that we're targeting that guy that was frustrated like me and just didn't know where to turn.
We have a huge team of trainers, of customer support staff, of business coaches, our own programmers. We have a team of over 30 people behind the scenes here at Carbon Copy Pro that are helping you, the individual. We hold quarterly mastermind seminars for our marketers, where we bring into our home office here in New York City our top marketers, and we bring them in, and we allow them to mastermind, and we allow them to coach each other. And our younger marketers, our more junior marketers, as they develop certain skill sets and start to have some results, we then invite them in to learn from the top marketers. So we're able to leverage the success of our top marketers and our most successful entrepreneurs with everyone, which is a really, really unique situation, because it brings everybody together into a format where we can leverage, we can share, we can communicate, and we can share notes, and it moves everyone ahead. It's like the old saying that the rising tide lifts all boats. It helps everyone move forward. 2 to 3 times a year we do our master marketing events, where we'll have well over 1,000 people come in, and we'll train them. You know, from stage, we'll bring in the top trainers. And again, the training is great there, but it's not even so much about the training, it's about the networking. It's about people having a place to come, being able to network with other entrepreneurs, other like-minded people that are doing the same types of marketing, doing the same types of things, connecting with them and sharing notes. And you know, what are you struggling with? What is your biggest struggle? What are the challenges that you're facing? How can I help you? How can you help me? Can I help you with this? Can you help me with that? And as people share, it exponentially opens up opportunity that didn't otherwise exist.
So many of these, you know, marketing seminars that are being put on around the world, they're focused on things from 5 to 10 years ago. They don't even work anymore. You know, people don't even use them. And what we do is we work really hard to keep a finger on the pulse of what's going on now. Where's the new traffic coming from? And we go and we source out the best of the best in the world of not usually just trainers, but people who are actually in the trenches doing it. And we ask them if they'll come and speak at our event, and they'll train, you know, our members on what's the most effective strategies for using those methods.
But the point is that if you have the right mindsets, the right skill sets, it's marketing the right product to the right people, and you're able to leverage it with this technology, it's pretty hard not to be successful.
Carbon Copy Pro teaches you how to sell anything to anyone, anywhere in the world. But in my opinion, Carbon Copy Pro is actually a movement. We're looking to teach people around the world how to take control over their life. Because if you can actually learn how to tap into the millions of people that are on the internet looking for your product or service, then we can actually take you from where you are to where you want to go.
To be part of other people's success and empower other people to have success is why I do what I do.